We'll start today in a comfortable seat on the mat. You can choose any seated position provided that your spine is nice and tall. Be sure to pull the flesh away from those sit bones so that you're starting with a stable base. Bring the navel in towards the spine and allow the crown of the head to reach towards the sky. Bring the shoulder blades together and then down the back, and place the hands on the thighs, palms down, and close your eyes. Begin to become aware of your breath, and if it's okay for you, you can allow that breath to flow in through the nose and out through the nose. Start to bring that breath into balance by making the inhale the same length as the exhale. So if your inhale was for a count of 4, your exhale would be for a count of 4. If your inhale was for a count of 6, your exhale would be for a count of 6, and so on. With each inhale, allow the spine to grow tall. As you exhale, keep the length in the spine and just begin to allow the body to soften. Release tension, relax the jaw, relax the shoulders. As you sit and breathe, I'm going to tell you a little bit about what we'll be doing today. So today's class is a Vata pacifying practice. And to some people, you may be saying, what? What is that? So I'll tell you. I'll be talking about doshas, and this is by no means a full explanation of the topic. We can get into more of it through our journey together. But Ayurveda is the sister science to yoga. And Ayurveda is translated to knowledge of life. According to Ayurveda, life force manifests in us as 3 different energies or doshas. Kapha is related to earth and water, Pitta, fire and water, and Vata, air and ether. So we're all made up of a unique combination of the 3 forces. As we go through our lives, the ratio of Kapha, Pitta, and Vata fluctuate and are influenced by our diet, our environment, the seasons, climate, medications that you take, etc. And when your unique set of, your unique combination of these energies gets out of balance, you can experience issues with your health, your mood, your energy level, things like that. So Vata translates to air and ether. And people who have more of this Vata composition may be taller and thinner, creative people. If your Vata dosha gets out of balance, you may experience dry skin, brittle nails, brittle hair, things like that. Kapha is earth and water and is more related to the sense of being grounded. So people who are naturally dominant with Kapha, maybe you're athletes, but those types of people need to continuously work out or they may gain weight. We're not talking necessarily about, when I say big people, I'm not talking about overweight. I'm talking, larger bones, thicker hair, things like that. So in winter, our environment and seasons affect how the level of these three energies. And in winter, we have a lot of air, and our Vata dosha can increase, or the amount of the, I can't think of the right word. Your Vata dosha may become out of balance. You have excess Vata. And so today's practice is going to focus on reducing the Vata. And we'll be doing that with a lot of grounding practices. As I said, this is by no means a full course on that. The doshas are very interesting. You can go online and you can Google dosha quiz, and you can actually take a multiple choice quiz, and it will tell you what your makeup is. Some people are bi-doshic, meaning they have two that are dominant, or tri-doshic, which means it's more balanced out between the three. I was lucky to meet with, I took the first session of a training course on becoming an Ayurvedic practitioner. I did not finish it, but I took it with an amazing woman named Catherine Templeton. And if you Google her, that's the person I would say to research if you want to learn more about this. And she told me that I was dominant in Pitta, which surprised me. But after talking to her, I agreed with her. And Pitta, again, is fire and water. So today we're focusing on Vata. One of the things that can happen if you have excess Vata is you may be a little airhead-like, your head in the clouds, things like that. So that is what we are doing today. And this is a good practice for everyone, especially in the winter. So let's bring our hands together at the heart in Anjali Mudra. So I'm letting my Pitta come out right now because I talk so much. We'll breathe together 3 times, and then on the third exhale, we'll share the sound of Om. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Inhale and exhale. And for the third time together, inhale. Bow your head. Place the hands on the thighs. Softly open your eyes, looking forward. So one of the attributes of those who might have a higher amount of Vata energy is the need to be moving a lot. So we're going to counterbalance that today by holding some of our poses a little longer. And if you are a Vata person, that might be really hard for you, but we're going to work through it together. So let's begin by sitting in Dandasana. We're going to extend the legs out nice and long, being sure to pull the flesh away from those sit bones, being grounded. Draw the navel in and allow the crown of the head to reach towards the sky. Bring the shoulder blades together and down your back and just rest your hands by your sides. So you're not holding yourself up with the arms, you're just gently resting your hands by your sides. Shoulder blades together and down the back. So begin to watch the breath flowing in through the nose and out through the nose. Inhale and exhale are equal. The feet are flexed, the heels remain on the ground. Root down through the sit bones. Inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, begin to turn the head to look to the left. Slowly come back to center. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, turn that head to look to the right. Inhale to center. 3 more on each side, moving with your breath. When you finish, you can just bring that head back to neutral. Maintaining that balanced breath, you'll bring your arms by your sides. As you inhale, the arms sweep up, fingertips reaching towards the sky. Exhale, arms lower. You're moving with your breath here. Inhaling, arms up. Exhale, they come back down. The next time those arms are by your sides, pause there. Bend the left knee, bringing the sole of the foot to the mat. Allow that left knee to open up out to the side, placing your left foot at the upper inner thigh of the right leg. If you have a strap, you can grab that. If not, it's okay. I don't think the ancient yogis had a strap, so if you don't have one, that's okay. If you have one, you're going to loop that around the ball of the right foot and then extend that leg nice and long. If you don't have a strap, I suggest starting with a bit of a bent knee. If you don't have a strap, you'll inhale, arms up, and then exhale, hinge forward. If you have your strap, press down through those sit bones, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge from the hips. So we're not bending the back here, we're just hinging from the hips. With the inhale, create length in the spine. And with the exhale, maybe you can fold a little further. It's perfectly fine to keep a bend in the knee here. Slowly bring yourself back up. Remove the strap and then bring the sole of that left foot back to the mat. Knee points to the sky. Bring your left hand behind the left hip and then wrap your right arm around the left knee. Make sure the spine is tall here. Press down through those sit bones. Inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, begin to twist to the left. So you're twisting into that bent leg and breathing. Press down through those sit bones. Inhale, grow tall. As you exhale, slowly come back to center. Extend that left leg long to meet the right. Bend the right knee. Sole of the foot comes to the mat, and then you're going to allow that right knee to open up out to the right. Again, if you have a strap, you're going to place that strap around the ball of the foot. Extend the leg nice and long. Remember, you don't need a yoga strap. You can use a sweatshirt, a belt, a tie, anything like that. Press down through the sit bones. Inhale, grow tall. As you exhale, begin to hinge from those hips, folding forward. Breathe here. With each inhale, create length, and with the exhale, maybe you can hinge just a little further. Slowly bring yourself back up. Remove your strap, place it to the side, and bring the sole of the right foot back to the mat. So that left foot is still flexed, heel on the ground. Take your right hand behind the right hip, wrap the left arm around the right knee. Press down through the sit bones. Inhale, grow tall. As you exhale, begin to twist to the right. Root down through those sit bones. Create length in the spine. On the exhale, come back to center. Extend the right leg long to meet the left, always adjusting the sit bones when needed. Now, you'll take that strap, if you have one, and place it around both feet. If you don't, remember you can start with bent knees. Press down through those sit bones. Inhale, grow tall. As you exhale, hinge from those hips. Breathe here. Slowly bring yourself up, remove the strap, place it to the side. So we're going to now come to child's pose. So to get there, just come to all fours, hands and knees, and then you're going to shift your hips to your heels, your chest to your thighs, coming to child's pose. Rest here. You can create a little pillow for the forehead with the arms, or bring the arms back by your legs, whatever feels restful. Inhale and exhale are equal. If they're not already, extend your arms out in front of you and then bring yourself up to all fours, hands and knees. On the exhale, shift back to child's pose. Inhale up all fours. Exhale back, child's pose. So you're moving with your own breath here. In and out of child's pose. So one of the ways to reduce Vata is to be more mindful with your movements. We don't want to just willy-nilly kind of go into things. We want to mindfully move in and out of our asana. Focused. The next time you come to all fours, pause there. Take a breath in. As you exhale, begin to round your spine towards the sky. On the inhale, the belly draws down, bottom and the head reach towards the sky. Exhale, round that spine. Inhale, belly draws down. If you have excess Vata energy, you may find that you don't have regular sleep patterns. You may not get enough sleep. So by reducing that energy, we may be able to help ourselves get more sleep. Come back to a neutral neck, neutral spine. Shift back to child's pose and rest. Maintain awareness of the inhale and exhale. Extend those arms out nice and long. Bring yourself up to all fours. Walk your hands towards the knees, and we're going to come up to standing. So we'll come up to Tadasana, mountain pose. It is exceptionally cold down here today. All right, so we're standing in Tadasana, and we're reducing Vata, so we want to focus on feeling grounded. So let's focus on the bottoms of those feet, and we're going to root down through the pad of the big toe and the little toe, and then the inner and outer heel. To really feel that, you can lift the toes and you can feel those points pressing into the mat. You also feel the leg muscles activate. So we want to keep all of that and just relax our toes. Shoulder blades are together and down the back, pelvis in neutral, crown of the head reaching towards the sky. The chin is parallel to the floor or tilted just a bit forward or towards the ground to make the back of the neck nice and long. Take a nice big step back with that right foot, turning those right toes out slightly. As you inhale, the arms sweep up towards the sky. And as you exhale, bend the left knee, coming to Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. Make sure that your left knee doesn't fall in towards the big toe. Root down through the outer edge of that back foot. As you inhale, straighten the left leg. Reach those fingertips up towards the sky. Keep that spine long as you hinge from those hips, folding over the left leg. Relax the head and neck here. If you find it difficult to reach the ground, feel free to put a block on either side of that foot. So we're going to press back up to warrior one, which is going to take some strength. Root down through the feet. That's the most important part here. Extend the arms out in line with the ears. Use the core to unhinge, bringing yourself back up, and then bend the left knee again, coming back to warrior one. Bring your arms out like a T, the palms face the floor. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, begin to twist to your right as you gaze out over the left fingertips for warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. A modification here could be placing your hands on your hips. Remember to keep the shoulders going down the back, away from those ears. Take a breath in. As you exhale, you're going to turn the torso to face the direction your left knee is facing. Arms up overhead for Virabhadrasana 1. Come up on the ball of that right foot. Step forward and then lower the arms, coming back to Tadasana, mountain pose. Next, take a nice big step back with that left foot, turning the toes out slightly. Torso faces forward. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, bend that right knee. We're being mindful here. So look down at the right knee. Make sure it's not falling in towards the big toe. Root down through the outer edge of that back foot. Arms are strong and active or hands on hips. Breath is balanced. On the inhale, straighten the right leg. Reach the fingertips towards the sky, keeping the length in the spine, hinge from those hips, folding forward over the right leg. Once you get there, relax the head and neck. So again, we're going to press back up to warrior one. So really root down through the foundation, the bottoms of those feet. Extend the arms out long. Press down through the feet. Bring yourself back up. Bend the right knee. Virabhadrasana 1. Bring the arms out like a T. Palms face the floor. Take a breath in. As you exhale, begin to twist to the left, gazing out over the right fingertips. So every once in a while, I have issues with this left shoulder. And since we're holding the pose longer today, I'm going to go ahead and place my elbow on my hip, or my hand on my hip, just to protect my shoulder. So be sure to modify to suit your needs. Breathe here. If you ever have a hard time thinking of a modification and I don't offer one, send me a little message and I can give you some ideas. So take a breath in. On the exhale, turn that torso to face front, arms up overhead for Virabhadrasana 1. Step that left foot forward to meet the right. Lower the arms. Back to Tadasana, mountain pose. On the inhale, the arms sweep up. As you exhale, begin to bend the knees, just as if you're sitting on the edge of a chair. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, you're going to slide those hips back. Tuck the tailbone slightly. Again, you could place the hands on the hips here for something a little more gentle. Press down through the foundation. Inhale, grow tall. As you exhale, hinge from the hips, folding forward. If you can't reach the floor, go ahead and bend those knees or place blocks under the hands, or both. Relax the head and neck. Bring your hands to your hips. Press down through the feet to come up. Standing in Tadasana, arms sweep up. Exhale, bend the knees like you're sitting just on the edge of a chair. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, slide those hips back. Utkatasana, chair pose. Press down through the feet. Inhale to come up. As you exhale, hinge from the hips, folding forward. Uttanasana. Relax the head and neck. Place the hands on the hips. Press down through the feet to come up. We'll do that one more time. From Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, bend the knees, sit on the edge of the chair. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, slide those hips back. Breathe. Press down through the feet. Inhale to come up. Exhale, hinge from the hips once again, folding forward. Place the hands on the hips, press down through the feet, coming back up to Tadasana, mountain pose. So we're going to take a nice wide stance on the mat. When you take your wide stance, make sure that the outer edges of your feet are parallel to the outer edges of your mat. On the inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hinge from your hips, folding forward. Again, hands come to the ground. If they don't reach, you can bend the knees or put blocks under your hands. But we want to have the four parts of our foundation here, hands and feet, on the earth for that sense of grounded, being grounded. If it's gotten away from you, come back to that balanced breath where the inhale and the exhale are equal. Place the hands on the hips. Press down through the feet to come back up. Here, we're going to come up on the heel of that left foot. Turn the toes in slightly. Come up on the heel of the right foot. Toes turn out 90 degrees. Bring your arms parallel to your mat and then gaze out over those right fingertips. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, allow the right knee to bend. So we find ourselves back in Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. On the inhale, straighten the right leg. Start to reach the right fingertips to the space to the right. And then as you exhale, begin to tip to your right. So you can bring your right hand to your thigh, your calf. Some people like to put a block in front of the foot and put the hand here. Your left fingertips are reaching to the sky, and your chest is open, shoulders stacked. So if you find yourself turning towards the floor, typically it means you've gone down too far and you might need to bring yourself up a little bit. Press down through your feet. Use this left hand to bring yourself back up. As you exhale, lower your arms. Bring the feet to parallel. On the inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, folding forward. Relax the head and neck here. Bring your hands to your hips. Press down through the feet to come up. So this time we'll come up on the heel of the right foot. Toes turn in slightly. Come up on the heel of that left foot. Toes turn out 90 degrees. Arms are parallel to your mat. Gaze out over those left fingertips. Take a breath in. As you exhale, bend the knee. For Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. As you inhale, straighten that left leg. Begin to reach the left fingertips to the space to your left. As you exhale, tip to the left, coming to Utthita Trikonasana, extended triangle pose. Press down through the feet. Use this right hand to bring yourself back up. As you exhale, lower your arms. Bring those feet back to parallel. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, folding forward. Relax the head and neck here. Place the hands to the hips, press down through the feet to come up, and then we'll bring our legs back to just femur width apart, or feet back to femur width apart, coming back to Tadasana, mountain pose. Let's come to lay down on our bellies. So we're going to lay on the belly with our arms by our sides, palms face the sky. We're going to break down Shalabhasana, so we're going to start with just the upper body. So I want you to try to keep those feet on the ground for now. You can press down through all of your toes to help you. On the inhale, the head, chest, and arms simultaneously lift up off of the mat. As you exhale, lower. Inhale, head, chest, arms lift. Exhale, lower. Continue lifting and lowering on your own here. Try to keep that back of the neck nice and long. Resist the urge to look forward. So back bends can actually increase Vata, but when they're done on the belly, they're considered more grounding. Lift and lower one more time. When you finish, just cross the forearms in front of you, rest the forehead. Bring the arms back by your sides, palms face the sky. This time we're just doing the legs. On the inhale, lift those legs up off of the mat. As you exhale, they lower. Notice I'm not just bending my knees and lifting. I'm extending through my toes, lifting the entire legs. Exhale, lower. Continue moving on your own here, reaching those toes to the back of the room as you lift. One more time. When you finish, cross the forearms in front of you, rest that forehead. Bring the arms back by your sides, palms face the sky. We're going to put it all together now. On the inhale, the head, chest, arms, and legs simultaneously lift up off of the mat. And then as you exhale, everything lowers. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Continue moving on your own here. One more time. When you finish, you're going to roll over onto your back. You can hug the knees into the chest, rock side to side just a bit. Extend the legs out nice and long. You're going to zip the legs together and flex the feet so the insides of the feet are touching. Bring your arms out like a T. Take a breath in, and this is a little different. You're going to keep your shoulders rooted to the earth. You're just going to roll to the left hip so the feet stay together. You're just rolling to the left hip and breathing. Come back onto your back. Draw the knees into the chest. This is called an alligator twist. New to me. Extend the legs out nice and long once again. Feet are flexed. Insides of the feet are touching. Arms out like a T. Shoulders stay rooted to the earth. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, you're just rolling to that right hip. Feet are together. Make sure you're breathing. Come back onto your back. Hug the knees into the chest. Keep the right hand on the right knee and the left hand on the left knee. As you inhale, the knees pull away from the chest, the arms straighten. Exhale, knees pull in. Inhale, knees pull away. Exhale, draw the knees in. Place the soles of the feet on the floor. We're going to prepare for legs up the wall, and then we'll move right into Shavasana. So go ahead and get what you might need for Shavasana. If you need your socks or a sweater, anything like that, go ahead and get that. And then once you have what you need, you'll just come back to sitting on your mat. If you have a wall that you can use in your home, use that. If not, I will give you a little modification. So we're going to be in legs up the wall for 3 minutes. And then we're going to do a little longer Shavasana than usual. We're going to go for 8 minutes instead of 5. Now, like I said, if you're a real high energy person, that might be really hard for you to just lay there for a longer amount of time. And that typically means you need it more. So once you have what you need to come into legs up the wall, you just sit with one of your hips against the wall. It's not graceful. Then you're just going to slide the legs up the wall. So you don't want to feel your hamstrings stretching here. So position your body a certain distance away from the wall so that you're not feeling the pull in the backs of the legs. Just start to watch your breath. Your arms can be by your sides, palms face the sky. The legs can be straight up and down. They could be out like a V. You could bring the soles of the feet together, knees out to the sides, whatever feels comfortable for you. Legs up the wall, Viparita Karani is said to be one of the most beneficial yoga poses. I didn't give you the modification if you don't have a wall. If you don't have a wall, you can lay on your back with the legs reaching up towards the sky. But you want to be relaxed here, so another option is just to bend the knees and place the soles of the feet on the ground so the knees are bent. Start to deepen the breath. You can make subtle movements here. We're going to begin to transition into Shavasana. If you are enjoying legs up the wall, you can stay there for Shavasana. If you'd like to take a traditional Shavasana, you'll just carefully come down off of the wall and lay down on your back, not touching the wall. Traditional Shavasana, the legs are extended out nice and long. Arms are by your sides. Palms face the sky. The arms are a few inches away from the body. Allow the feet to just flop open. Relax your jaw by creating a space between the top and bottom rows of teeth, and allow the tongue to fall away from the roof of the mouth. Let your eyes just rest in their sockets. Resist the urge to make subtle movements. Allow the natural breath to take over. Rest in Shavasana. slowly start to deepen the breath, becoming aware of the room once again and becoming aware of the body. You can make subtle movements that feel good, like wiggling the fingers and toes, rotating through the wrists and ankles, and turning that head gently from side to side. And then roll to the right side in the fetal position, and we'll stay there for a few breaths. Keeping the eyes closed if you'd like. You can use the arms to bring yourself back up to a comfortable seated position. I don't know what just happened. And once you bring yourself to a comfortable seated position, you can bring the hands together at the heart in Anjali Mudra. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. Thank you for exploring this Vata pacifying practice. I hope that it helps you to feel more grounded. May you be happy. May you be peaceful. May you be free from suffering. May you have ease and well-being. Namaste. Thank you all so much.